Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Hi, my water signs. My name is Leticia, and this channel is Blood Moon Oracle. Welcome. Today we're looking at the Christmas tea with our water signs. We're starting with Pisces. Hello, Pisces. How are you? I hope you have had enjoyable Christmas experience today. We're going to take a look at the tea concerning Pisces. What is the Christmas tea with Pisces? Thank you, Spirit. All right, the tea with Pisces on this Christmas morning. You just don't. Oh my, so young. Okay, so we're pulling from our What's the Tea Oracle deck. We'll also pull from the Kipper deck and a couple of tarot decks. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you feel led. And if you do find yourself subscribing, hit the bell so you'll be notified in case we post new information or new videos or have different discussions that you might find, valuable. So Pisces, the energy that I pulled out for you is recharge and nurturing. You might be at a time in life where peace is golden for you. I feel like you are looking to have higher levels of experience right now in life. You don't fight, to prove a point. Like, you're easily letting things go and choosing yourself so that you can have peace. I do feel like there is a bit of wisdom that you could be operating in that helps you stay in this energy, this nurturing energy towards yourself. I feel like you are quick to cut things and people off that disturb your peace with consequences and cutting ties. Like, it may not take a lot right now in life for you to just cut people off and choose yourself. You may have a low tolerance for BS right now, Pisces. You may be in a place where you can't tolerate a lot, and so you cut things off quick. When you see it going that way, you cut it off. I also have narcissist and exhausted. You could be just kind of tired of all of the mind games that people try to play, and burnt out with dead end connections and relationships that are only kind of like energies that see value in things that only provide benefits for them. People that are very self-directed, you could just be tired of, and just, you're no longer giving any energy to those things. You have nothing to offer those kinds of relationships. Also, I have smell the roses and apology. I do feel like there could be a need for you to do a little bit of self-healing, Pisces. This could be you needing to apologize to yourself for allowing yourself to stay in situations longer than you needed to, for putting up with things that maybe you realize you didn't have to, right? This is you stopping to really address things so that you can move forward in a peaceful way within yourself. Stopping to smell the roses talks about taking the time to stop and really take account for the things that you've been able to experience. Taking the time to stop and be present is a good way of putting that. When we say to stop and smell the roses, that means when you're out somewhere and you see something beautiful, like say you're taking a nature walk, instead of just going from A to B, on your way to B, you see this bushel of flowers. It's like, oh, these are beautiful. Let me just take a moment to stop and observe, right? Stopping to take note of the beauty that you have in life. Spirit may be wanting you to do that. You may be doing that already. You've learned the value of being present and being grateful for what you have, and things that you may not have valued in the past, things that you've taken for granted may not be taken for granted right now. Maybe you see the value in them and you pay special attention to them right now. You may even be feeling a little bit of, remorse for things that you didn't value sooner, right? I feel like there's this very redemptive energy I'm feeling with you. It's almost like looking back is hindsight is 2020, like looking back at the many things that went by unnoticed that you're noticing now. It's like, oh my God, I had this the whole time and I didn't value it. Things like peace, you know, things like being cared for, or, you know, having your needs met. Things like being able to shut the door when you need to so that you can have peace, having your own space to be able to reflect, just small things, right? Let's see, what else about Pisces? This feels like a very reflective moment. That's the T on you. Like you are very much concerned about yourself, your peace, your wellness. So we have lovers here, mature man, house, and wealthy man. Okay. So you could be this mature man, you could be this wealthy man, but this could also be somebody that you're dealing with, Pisces, that you are in connection with, in relationship with. There's somebody that adds to your life or has the potential to. Okay. This could also talk about being in business with such person or such people. Well, whoever this person is has the ability to add value and stability to your life. Who is this wealthy man, this mature man, when it comes to Pisces? Who is this person? Official person, occupation. This could be somebody in a leadership position at your job that's interested in you, that wants to have some type of rendezvous or relationship with you that could turn into something. This person possibly may want to be someone of importance in your life. It feels like someone who is very stable, someone who has a lot going for themselves, someone who is very mature, someone who may even be a little financially secure as well. What else do we need to know? What is the T? This may be somebody that wants to start a family with you, a child. Some of you, you may have children with this person. Toil and labor is coming out again. Again, this could be someone that you work with. This also could be someone that's willing to put in the work, right, to pursue a connection with you. Someone who is aligned with your energy. They may see you as a mature woman. You may see them as a mature woman. You show up as the mature man. So there's a sense of alignment, like you both may align in ways like you're very serious. You may just be all about your money, your work, and provide little time for play, to entertain, right? You may be very much to the point, like when it comes to doing what you need to do to survive. Like, but I feel like there's a desire here for a monogamous connection. And this person may show up at the right time because it feels like you are so done with anything other. Like you're in a position where you are really healing yourself and loving on yourself. Anything that's not that, you're not entertaining it. Anything that shows up in narcissistic energy gets the boot from the beginning, right? I do feel like there are different lessons that you've learned that has matured you here and that has strengthened you in a way where you just cut things off when you realize it's not aligned for you. Because of what you've experienced, the consequences of difficult or bad decisions you made that possibly was not in the best interest for yourself, you've learned from these choices. These choices have strengthened you and has given you wisdom, right? That's led you to the opportunity to be connected with people like this. This feels like a very mature energy that's waiting for someone like you, right? Who's ready to really settle down, who's very mature, who's ready to maybe even start a family and a home. Let's see, what else for Pisces here? Okay. So I have the Five of Swords and the Page of Cups. I don't know if you're timid about this person, or is this person timid about you? There's something that shows up that feels a little bit, you may have a hard time asserting yourself with this person. Yeah. In the beginning, you may have a hard time asserting yourself with this person in the beginning. But I think this person proves to be someone that you can trust, someone that you can actually be your whole self with. Like you will learn quickly that this is somebody that, like, you can speak your mind, you can be honest, you can be your full, smart, independent self, and this person won't be intimidated. This person is very mature, very stable, and won't be intimidated by you. Though you don't feel that way in the beginning, I feel like you'll find out that, yeah, there's no reason to hold back with this person. You're safe with them. This is the tea on you, Pisces. What else? We have the Ace of Pentacles and the High Priestess. This may be somebody that you work with. I do get that energy. It might be someone that either you meet them through work, or they're someone very practical, down to earth. This person could also be very romantic, but there could be a lot yet still that they're learning when it comes to love. So you'll need to trust your intuition with this person, because there might be things about this person that you may need to count to their head and not their heart, because it doesn't really feel like even though they're mature, there's still maybe a lot that they're learning in regards to love, right? You can be very mature, but then not very experienced, right? When dealing with, certain types of people when it comes to love. So you may need to really trust your inner guidance. You may need to, sometimes you can kind of tell what a person means, even though it didn't come off that way, right? You can kind of feel the heart of the action, not necessarily how it actually came off, right? The interpretation of it may be different than how it was said or how it was done, right? I feel like there's a lot of you being stable in yourself and trusting your inner knowing with this person or this situation. You may find yourself a bit of solitude too. Maybe you've been in solitude in preparation for this person. Because I see the Ace of Pentacles talks about this new beginning, talks about you possibly meeting this person at work, new opportunities arising at work, and you being tapped in, trusting yourself and how to move, trusting the deeper level of what's being said or done, not just on surface level. Like, you'll need to trust yourself and intuit some of these situations. We also have the Six of Swords, and the Hermit talks about you being in this energy of preparing yourself. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so for some of you, you could be, the tea is that you could be moving, physically moving into a place that's going to be less stressful, that's going to allow you this new beginning. That's going to allow you to even be in a place of discovering or the answers to questions that are lying within you, to be more independent, maybe even to receive, answers, receive information that you may be needing right now. For some of you, you may be moving Physically, for some of you, you just may be moving differently, moving away from the normal spaces that you might vent, to get this bit of clarity and independence. What is it that Pisces does not see right now? The Nine of Swords comes out. What does Pisces need to know right now? The Page of Wands. Ooh, the Ten of Swords. Oh, oh. So I feel you may be entering into a time where it's going to be necessary to move differently. And you know this. With the Nine of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Three of Cups, you may in fact needing to be a little bit more discreet, not sharing everything about yourself. I don't know if you have someone in your close, intimate circle that is not for you the way that they say they are. And being that they are in your intimate, close-knit circle, they are more dangerous than an enemy. Mm-hmm. Who is this person that is a danger to Pisces? Queen of Wands, this could be an Aries. Eight of Swords, this could be a Libra. Eight of Swords. An Aries, a Libra. I don't know. This might be like a mother figure that may be seeing through their own shortcomings. They may not even see clearly. And so I just feel like this might be a time to be careful who you confide in, who you share, information with. This might be a time to move differently, to strategize differently. Some people may just be wanting you for what you can give, even if that's like a sense of pleasure, if you know what I mean. Some people might be here for a good time, not a long time. So this is a time to really be careful with how you share your energy, who you share your energy with. Wrap it up. Listen, that's on both ends. Make sure that you're using protection. Somebody could be carrying something deadly. Choose wisely. You may even find out about this person. There may be someone specific that you need to avoid. It's going to be detrimental to your health. But other than that, I have the Seven of Cups, the Ace of Swords, Six of Wands, and the Star, right? I do feel like generally you're in a very good place. This is a place to pull back and allow yourself even to go into solitude. There's a lot of clarity that you need about the people around you. I think a lot of good things are unfolding for you, especially when it comes to intimate relationships. But at the same time, you have to be careful because not everybody, as we are seeing here, is really riding for you. Some people are drilling holes in your boat. And it may be someone that you least expect. You're in really good energy. Six of Wands, very victorious energy, feeling really good about yourself. You are in a mood to heal with a Star, right? You may feel a connection with the divine that you haven't felt in a long time. You may feel a calling to heal, to look at things about yourself and release them finally. You may be ready for just a different experience. When you hit this point in life, that's when all of those old patterns and cycles become strongest because they're trying to pull you back into the old patterns and the old cycles. So you may find yourself needing to separate from things and people and choose yourself. Okay. You may need to choose these new relationships that are wanting to come in for you. That feels good to me, Pisces. Sometimes you just need to choose yourself, right? You may find yourself most abundant when you are by yourself, right? But just being really choosy right now, I feel being really careful with who you confide in. Um, Someone may be leaking information, right? It's a fire sign, it's an air sign. Um, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius comes through in this energy, this very destructive energy. Okay. So just be careful. I do feel like it may be revealed to you. The Ace of Swords reveals the truth. If you are looking for the answer, right? That's going to be revealed to you, and you'll need to trust yourself. If you feel a drawback from certain people, trust it. Even though you may not know in 3D why you're feeling that way, just trust it. Okay. It'll prove itself later on. That's the tea I have for you, Pisces. Things look really good. For somebody, you are attracting somebody very abundant that wants to get to know you on a deeper level, that may in fact want to build, with you seriously, and has a lot to offer as well. So that's the tea for you, Pisces. Thank you for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to read for you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and like, share, comment. Let me know how it resonated if it does. I'd love to hear. And we'll see you next time, Pisces. All right. Blood Moon Oracle. Leticia's my name. Bye. All right, Cancer. Welcome. Welcome to Christmas Tea on Cancer. My name is Leticia. Like, share, comment. The channel is Blood Moon Oracle, like it says right here. We're going to take a look at what the Christmas tea is on Cancer. Like, share, comment, subscribe if it resonates and you find you want more, hit the bell, okay? What is the Christmas tea on Cancer, Spirit? Let's take a look here. The Christmas tea on Cancer. What is the Christmas tea on Cancer, Spirit? So I do feel like there's someone around you, Cancer, that needs your healing, that needs your loving touch, someone that may be a bit apologetic to you. You may have blocked this person or moved on. You may have just resolved that there's like nothing left to offer this person or this energy. You may interpret this as being an attempt just to reconnect, but not really meaning it. I feel like this energy, you may see this energy as very messy, and maybe even resentful, carries a competitive energy. This energy may also just suffer from I don't know, maybe they do need help. Like they may suffer from hopelessness and not seeing a lot to actually live for. I don't know who this could be, but I do have hopeless and healing, someone in need of healing. Envy and sipping, like this person could, indulge in things for the wrong reason. I also see blocked in apology. This person could be trying to reconnect, but not from a sincere place. Why is this coming out for Cancer? You're very protected from this energy. Archangel Archangel Michael, however you pronounce this energy is showing up for you. So you could be very protected, Cancer. Though this energy may not have a lot of good intentions when it comes to you, there is like a energy of protection that surrounds you, that's very close to you, that you have formed some type of relationship with, this energy of protection. You could have like a slew of angels that are around you at all times. So you have a level of protection here. This could be something that you don't tell people about, that you have not confided, suffering in silence, clingy. Like you could have, it almost feels like a stalker energy. Like you could have a stalker that you haven't told anyone about, that you want release from. It could be an old ex or something that is no longer even relevant, that's trying to pull you back into like an old cycle or a pattern. And they may be using different tactics to try to do that. Let's see here for Cancer. What else? Yeah, I feel like you deaded this. Coffin comes out here. This is something that you deaded. It's not even tempting anymore. Main female, sudden wealth. You, Cancer, may have, with main female and sudden wealth, since you deaded this situation and put this behind you, you may have actually found that you have come into a bit of abundance. Like now that you have released yourself from this energy that was not good for you, you've come into some type of abundance with sudden wealth and adjudication. It's almost like this might have been something that was just waiting for you to release this toxic energy before this bit of abundance or prosperity, before this change in your situation could take place. Otherwise, this person could have acted as like a draining source to your abundance. Sudden wealth and adjudication. The moment that you shut the door on this person could have been the moment that this door opened where things changed financially for you. What else for Cancer? Official person comes out, message, high honor, and unexpected income. So for some of you, you could be getting, I don't know if this could be like a promotion where you're going to be have an increase in your pay at work. You're not expecting this. There could be someone that sees you as, worthy of being placed in this position. That's going to bring in more income. You could be receiving some message here. You may have already received this message, text message, phone call, email. It's almost like getting some type of recognition for the work that you've done. This doesn't have to be a physical 9 to 5. This could even be something that you do entrepreneurially. Like there's some bit of money that you could be receiving here that you're not expecting. It may be put on someone's heart to just bless you and drop some money in your account. There's someone in some type of position that has the ability to do this for you. If it is concerning like a job, someone sees you as needing to be recognized for some honorable work that you do, some level of honor that you take with your work. And so you may be being considered for a promotion here. There's some type of level up with your monies that's happening right now or has already happened. Yeah. It may have everything to do with you closing the door to this negative energy. Since you did that, now all of these opportunities are now opening up to you. What else does Cancer need to know? Ten of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Eight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. So two knights come out here. This is about taking action on what it is that you know, taking action to place yourself in a more grounded position. Maybe at one point you were carrying just a burden. You felt very burdened, carrying the weight of something that maybe even wasn't yours. The Ten of Wands and the Knight of Swords, until you realize that. And you may have sit this down when this clarity came in and realized, listen, this is not mine to carry. Like, I understand you got issues. I understand things are bad, but you can only do so much. You know, you can only lead the horse to the water if they're willing to drink. You know, you can always lead them to the water, but it's up to them if they're willing to drink. This might be you coming to the clarity of needing to sit this down and walk away. It actually ended up being, you know, something that was more than what you should have taken on. And you've received the clarity about this. This is what may have shifted the trajectory of this relationship when you realized this. And then you went ahead and walked away and chose yourself, right? Which brought in the increase or the movement towards more abundance, the Knight of Pentacles, more security for you. Even this promotion that's coming your way is as a result of you cutting your loss, cutting your ties, walking away, conserving your energy for something, you know, more constructive. I don't know who this person is or what it is, but I never want to say that anybody is a lost cause. But like I said, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. And so there's only so much that you could do in this situation before losing yourself to it, you know? And so you have to cut this off. Just looking at the type of energy that comes out, this might be somebody that's even suicidal. And I hate to say that, but that's coming out. They don't really see a hope. They don't see the future in a positive light. Like, this person might be even like a parasite, like that sucks the energy out of, you know, everything that it attaches to. That's the kind of energy I'm getting here, with envy coming out, gossip, sipping, blocked, apology, very arrogant energy. But I do have the Lovers and the Strength coming out here. You may see this person in this light. This may not be the energy that they carry, but this may be how you see them. I have Temperance and the Seven of Wands coming out here. What is the T on Cancer? With the Two of Cups and the Strength, this feels like you could be in a very balanced energy right now, even by yourself, with yourself. You really aligning with where you are right now. And, you know, there could be things that you desire. You've been really patient, you know, and allowed yourself to be aligned in the right direction. This could be in regards to partnerships, financial opportunities, things that you aspire to do, right? You've allowed yourself to be positioned in a strong place. You've been very patient with the Temperance and worked your way up to where you are. I don't feel like you just woke up like this. This is something that you've been working on yourself with over time. This person, this energy may have provided certain types of lessons for you that's beneficial for your journey. But there was a definite point where you were instructed to let it go. Okay. But you were patient with yourself. There might have been some healing that was done through this. There might have been some healing of the ego. There might have been some things that you learned about yourself through this connection. The Temperance brings in that energy. There might have been some energies that were transmuted through this connection with the Temperance. You learned how to work with a certain type of person here. But also through this, you worked your way up to a higher level of operation with this understanding that you now have with the Seven of Wands. Yeah, this is you working up to like a higher level. The Six of Wands is really being seen in a certain light. The Seven of Wands is really actually being in that certain light. It's one thing to be seen in a certain way, but what is that saying? Integrity or what is it? Something about personality is how we're seen, but integrity or character is what we really are. Something like that. That's what's coming up for me, for you. It's almost like you're seen in a certain light, but then with the Seven of Wands, which comes out here, this is like you really standing in that energy, like you've worked your way up to this energy and you hold the space through this effort of working diligently to be here, to really be here for real. You could be someone who is very much conscious of how you're viewed, in light of how you're viewed, but there's something else there about not just putting on a persona, but like really embodying that energy and guarding your energy. There's something about you that takes your energy very seriously. What is it that cat does not see here? I mean, everything in you could be screaming you want to help this person, but at the same time, there's something intuitively letting you know it's time to let it lay, to move away. Like I said, there's something like kind of parasitic. I don't know. That's coming through for this energy. And you know what I'm getting? Sometimes there are those that relish in the idea of being wounded and having a reason to, you know, have pity from others. They relish being in that position. And I'm thinking of this movie. There's this movie about this lady who actually made up this sickness for her daughter to get this pity, you know, to be considered special, you know, through her daughter being diagnosed as ill, having a terminal illness, when it was made up like her daughter really didn't have an illness. And she like went through all of these hoops, these tremendous lengths to get this compassion from the society, from public, from the community. You know, she took up donations and all of this special needs consideration for her daughter, which was never really sick, but she did all of this in order to get, like, it's kind of like that type of energy that I'm feeling here. Some people relish in the idea of, you know, receiving pity. And I don't know. I don't know if that's kind of what's going on here. What is it that Cancer is not seeing? Whew. I don't think you realize the toll that this energy takes on you. I don't think you realize it. I have the Queen of Wands, the Empress, the Emperor, and the Nine of Pentacles. What you don't see is how stable you are. The light in which you are really seen as, right? The Queen of Wands, the Empress, the Emperor. Like you are the complete package within yourself, and the Nine of Pentacles. Whether you're male or female, there's something about you that is the whole package. You don't even realize, like this person may in fact see you as God himself, herself. The Empress and the Emperor, that says it all right there. This is how this person sees you, or how you are seen in general. What the heck? I have the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Wands again, and the Moon that was turned up. I didn't realize it was turned up. Somebody very stable emotionally. Seven of Wands comes out again, right? You're in a place where you have to defend to stay there. You have worked to a place where many may want to take your place and not understand what it took to get there. Neither do they understand what it costs to stay there. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. So what I was saying after I was interrupted with the call is people may not understand like what it took, like the cost of your oil. They don't understand, right? The value, the price that was paid for the oil that you have. And so with the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Moon, it gives that energy, something very valuable that you worked for. It didn't just appear. You weren't just given, this is something that you work for. It may, in fact, be something that everybody strives to have or take from you, but they don't know. They don't even have the slightest idea what they're asking for. And so I feel like there's something about what you have, where you are, that's coveted. That may be what this person is experiencing. Like they want what you have. They want to experience, what you experience, but they're not even understanding what that is and the price that's paid to stand in this energy that you stand in, Cancer. It's very established energy. The Queen of Wands, the Empress, and the Emperor, and the Nine of Pentacles. The fact that you may have achieved this alone, by yourself, within yourself, of course with spirit, but this is something that you have defeated many internal battles to get where you are. You have to leave a lot of things behind with the Six of Swords to come to this sense of completion within yourself. And so that's what I'm getting for you. That's the tea on you. Listen, a lot of people want it. They just don't want to work for it or pay the price to get it. Okay. But that's what I have for you. Thank you for stopping by. Blood Moon Oracle here. In case you didn't know, now you know. Okay. Next time we will take a look at, and so if it didn't resonate, excuse me, this time, the next time we look at the energy for you, it may. Okay, don't try to make it fit. This sounded like it could be something a little bit specific, so it may not resonate with everybody. But if it does, take it for what it is. Hopefully this information is useful, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, Cancer. Blood Moon Oracle here, and Leticia is my name. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle channel. My name is Leticia. Welcome. We are looking at the Christmas tea on Scorpio. What's going on with you, Scorpio? We're going to take a look. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you feel led. Take what resonates. Listen, if it don't resonate, don't try to make it fit. Either it do or it don't. And if it doesn't, that's okay. There will be more messages coming in the future. There's more that were done in the past that may. Okay. Scorpio, we're going to take a look. What is the Christmas tea on Scorpio? Christmas tea on Scorpio. And I'm guided to say Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So you could have this energy, the Scorpio energy, in any of those placements in your birth chart. Sun, Moon, Rising sign, or Venus. For Scorpio, I don't know if you have overextended yourself in some type of way, but it feels like you might be having a difficult time in something. Maybe bit off more than you can chew, or maybe you got into something and you're like, this is not what I imagined. This is not what I actually originally intended when I signed up for this. You sign up for some type of application or service, and then you find out you got to do all this extra stuff to keep it. It's like, this is not really what I imagined this would be like. And so that might be how you're feeling right now. And you may have even allowed someone into your space, into an intimate part of your space that you're now having to set some type of boundary with, right? Having to draw a line as far as what is acceptable, what your expectations are around the connection. I see that too. Having to be a little bit selfish with yourself. I do see antisocial and family coming out here. This could be family. Okay, this could be family. This could be someone that may feel left out, like you have intentionally left them out. This could be someone that you are connected to within your bloodline. There's some type of family tie that ties this person to your inner circle when it comes to family. Um, but whatever happens, I do feel like you are surrounded with good energy. Archangel Michael comes out, which says that you are surrounded with a level of protection here against anything that comes in to try to wreck what's happening for you right now, the good things that are happening. You have protection against that, against anything coming in trying to break what it is that you are doing, trying to break your progress. And then we have exhausted and feminine energy. Yeah, this person could be very draining. This could be somebody that fails to take initiative or action for themselves, but they're expecting you to do it, or they expect others to do it. This person could lack self-initiative or motivation, like to make things happen for themselves. If it's not that, you could actually be in a position right now where you are carrying a heavy load. You could be pregnant, and that puts extra weight and expectations on you that's draining. Like there's something about you carrying additional loads right now, or an additional level of weight that has you feeling overwhelmed. Yeah, it has you feeling overwhelmed right now and asking yourself, oh, Lord, what have I gotten myself into, right? There may be a need to be a little bit selfish right now to take care of yourself. And I feel like that's okay too, to set more firmer boundaries. Yeah. All right. You may be very, strict. And as a matter of factly, especially when it comes to disrespect, your tolerance is very low right now. And your cutoff game is very strong right now. I'm going to get something from the Kipper here. Coffin comes out, which talks about that cutoff game. Like you may be ending stuff real quick. You don't let people get too comfortable. Right now, Scorpio, your cutoff game is real strong. It's almost like you see stuff coming from a mile away. Like you receive some type of message about things before they even get to you. For some of you, you could be receiving some type of message from, so I have, this is what came out in the Keeper. I have coffin and message. This is talking about a change in how you are responding or reacting. Maybe it's just cutting people off. You're not even responding. That is your answer. No answer is an answer, right? But I also have main male and main female. So you could be a man, you could be a woman. In this situation, there is a play on the opposite sex here. So you could be dealing with the opposite of your sex, whatever you are in this situation. I also have mature man, distant horizons, house, and so I feel like you are in an energy that is in response to some type of message that you receive, some type of treatment or message that you gathered, right, through interaction with someone. It could be someone of the opposite sex. It could be someone involved. You could be this mature energy, this mature man. This could be the person that you're dealing with. But this talks about a level of security that someone has brought into your life, or maybe you brought this energy into their life, and this bit of stability with distant horizons. Not only stability right now, but this is like long-term stability with distant horizon. This is stability that lead well into the future. Yeah. mature man in distant horizons. See that anchor on the bottom of the ship? The anchor provides stability on the water. Sometimes the water gets a little bit tumultuous. This type of stability that's coming in for you is going to give you this level of surety, even in times of tumultuous, energy. Sometimes the waves rage, the seas, shift with the storm and become very tumultuous. But the anchor provides a level of stability and holds it in place so it's not drifted and shifted back and forth with the weather. There's something about you having someone that provides that level of security, and you could actually be that person that provides this energy for others. They may see you in this light and they may want it, right? Thief comes out here too with house. They may want this. This may be their intentions for you, is to have this, to take this, to benefit from this without having to reciprocate anything in return with thief. It's almost like, watch your stuff. You know how that person come around when you know you need to watch your stuff because they are in the mood for coming up on something that they didn't have to pay for. It's that kind of energy. You need to be watchful. Somebody may want what you have. Somebody may see your life, Scorpio, and envy your life. They may even want to be you, What else does Scorpio need to know? What is the T on Scorpio? All right. So what is the T on Scorpio? We have the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Five of Wands coming out here. I don't know why I'm feeling like things they may feel worse before they feel better in terms of this situation with this person. I don't know if they are somebody who is persistent, who's not used to being told no. I feel like this person is feeling rejected when it comes to you. Like this person could be sitting around trying to come up with ways, to get your attention, to get some level of acceptance from you. This person desires some type of new start with you with this Ace of Wands coming out here. They're worried. They're in anxious energy. The Five of Wands and the Tower. And this person may be willing to do anything to get it. Be on guard. This feels like someone who is stressed out and just not in a good place. I'll say that. This person could be experiencing a tower moment and maybe needing to see things. This could be like an ego death for this person, something that they need to kind of wake them up to the reality that they need to be tuned into. You may be being used by spirit to serve them this wake-up call, Let's see here. For Scorpio, what is the T for Scorpio? Hierophant and the Five of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups. I don't know if this person has a distorted view of you. in that they may see you in the light of being their, I don't know, they may see you as being like their divine counterpart with the Hierophant here, and the end all be all for them. The Five of Pentacles has like this lack mentality. It's like they may see you as their only way, you know? I don't know. The Queen of Cups coming in and the Knight of Cups. They may even see you in this very mother-like way. They may see you as like a mother figure, something that they desire, wanting to offer you something with the Knight of Cups. Like this may even be somebody that's willing to do anything for you. That doesn't necessarily mean it's healthy. They may be willing to spend on you. They may be sending you all kind of messages. This person could be trying to love bomb you, Scorpio. They may feel like they can't live without you. They may want to marry you. What is it that Scorpio does not see? It just feels like something very draining about this situation. It may have looked good from the beginning, and now that you're in it, you're like, oh, what have I gotten myself into? Lord, help me out. Help. I have the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Wands. This person may move very quickly from this very empowered space into victim mentality when it comes to you. They may be very idealistic, very spontaneous, but when you don't respond the way that they want you to or the way that they expect it, it immediately pulls all of their self-esteem, right? And puts them in victim mode. Like that's how much power that you have over this person. The Hierophant comes out again with the Seven of Cups. For someone that's not aware, this may in fact look like something cute, right? But there's something that you see deeper with this. I feel like you approach this, or you need to. This is what you don't see. You need to approach this carefully. Seven of Cups and the Hierophant, especially if this person is proposing to you or will propose to you. Spirit is saying, choose wisely, Scorpio. Seven of Cups. It is never a bad thing to sit and allow time to work for you. If this is your forever person, time will only prove that to be so, right? You don't have to rush into a commitment, because if this is your forever person, time is just going to further prove that, right? There's something about taking your time here and choosing wisely and not choosing in a rush. This might even be messages around you not allowing people to put you up on a pedestal in a place that is not healthy for them or for you. You know, sometimes we are so quick to put people on a pedestal, and we're just as quick to crucify them on a pedestal, right? This might be like, be careful of that. But I feel like there's just something very draining with your situation right now. I don't know what that is. If you are, in fact, with child, I can definitely understand the weight of this and being in connection with somebody that you now feel like you have connection to for the rest of your life. And then all of these other things that are unfolding at the same time. It's like the patterns that weren't necessarily visible in the beginning starting to show up. There's something that happens when we get pregnant sometimes. And this might be for somebody specific. It's like, it seems like the worst of the worst comes out, and we don't see it until we get pregnant. It's like, oh, you waited till I get pregnant for you to show your real self. And that's not really what's happening. Sometimes it's the realization that that person is no longer on a pedestal for you. Now there's somebody else that's entering into that picture. Before it was just you and them, possibly. Now they have to share you with someone else that may in fact take precedence over them. That's enough to bring out the worst in somebody. That may be what's happening here. Or it may be that you are just kind of in some type of unhealthy connection with someone that wants all of you more than what you're willing to give, and will give unhealthy parts of themselves to you. And it just feels weird, right? It just feels weird. What you don't see is that this is a bit toxic, a bit unhealthy. I don't know. I don't know who this is for. This person absolutely sees you as their end all be all. Your rejection could be like they may see that as like the end, which is not. Like, there is life after rejection. I don't see any reason why you should rush into this. Don't let them rush you into this, okay? I think time will tell. Time will show everything that you need to know. Even if you are with child, that's still no reason to rush into the next stage, right? Take your time. Take your time, Scorpio. That's the tea on you. I don't know who this is for, but this is what came out, okay? Take your time. Don't you rush. I'm a dog on my mind. All right, Scorpio, like, share, comment, subscribe if you feel led. We'll see you next time. Let me know if it resonates. Blood Moon Oracle here. My name's Leticia. Merry Christmas. Bye. Thank you for stopping by. That was the reading, the Christmas tea for the water signs. Like, share, comment. I'll see you guys next time.